Hello everyone, Clay Frederick of the Horror Franchise, back at it with another video. Today I just felt like I would take it upon myself to tell you guys that it's finally happening. As you can already tell by the title of the video, it has been highly requested by probably a couple of people. All these rankings I have been doing was just a little bit of a test to get myself ready for the big one. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about in the title, it is my fan films myself. The fan films that I have made called The Horror Franchise, hence my channel's name, The Horror Franchise. The main reason this channel exists is because of my fan films. The original series, the solo documentary style horror flick Screech, and the ones that you are all most familiar with, the Resurgence movies, the remakes. Halloween Resurgence, Friday the 13th Resurgence, Halloween Resurgence 2, the most recent one I did this past Halloween. Yep, they're all going to be included on this list. And this is going to be a long tier list. Yes, it's going to be a tier list. It's not going to be your traditional worst to best. Yes, I'll do a worst to best at the very end of it, but I'm going to do them all chronological order from filmography from 2008 to today. Or hence, in this list, last year on 2025. But you know what I mean. If you guys are very interested in this, let me know. Tell me on the comment section. Let me know. Because I am going to be just like, hey, I'm vocal about this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just felt like saying random shit, I guess. It is what it is. But no, seriously though, the horror franchise. I've been wanting to do this since I started actually posting video content on here, and I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to actually do the video. At one point, I was just going to go full-blown, in-depth, separate videos of each installment of the series, but I felt like that's too ambitious for me, and I would literally get burnt out probably not even halfway through doing it. So I thought, you know, I was waiting for the right day to do it, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it like I've been doing the ranking videos with Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, you name it, the Resident Evil games. I thought I'd do it in that style, but this time I'm going more pros and cons. It's going to be a pros and cons kind of a thing. I go through the story at the same time, so you guys don't get too confused with them. Now, if you haven't seen my fan films of the horror franchise, I would highly recommend that you check them all out. They are literally the first videos I posted. If you're having a hard time trying to go through my videos list, just go to playlists. They're literally on the playlist at the very bottom. The original series, you have Screech, is solo horror flick. It's separate compared to the rest of the series. It's its own thing. And then you got the Resurgence remix. Simple as that. And they all should be in order too. But yeah, in case you want to know what the list in order are, we got Halloween, The Blood of Michael Myers. I filmed it in 2008. Friday the 13th, The Wrath of Jason Voorhees, filmed in 2009. Halloween, The Death of Michael Myers, which was supposed to be a finale to a trilogy that I also filmed in 2009. And I had too much fun, so I was like, I'm going to continue the series. 2010 kicked off with Halloween Vengeance, and then I thought since it was starting to feel like a Halloween series, I was like, alright, I'm going to make a Michael versus Jason. 2 weeks later after I filmed Halloween Vengeance, I did Friday the 31st, Michael versus Jason. And then I took a break. Took a break for a while, thought, okay, that's my way of ending the series permanently. Well, I lied. Then I made the solo horror flick documentary style called Screech, where I made up my own killer, set it at my friend's house at the time. He lived right next to a cemetery, so I thought this is a cool setting for a little horror movie. And then I thought, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do a Jason movie out here. So I thought, all right, let me start the whole horror franchise, revamp the series again. And I did Friday the 13th, The Return of Jason Voorhees. And then, a couple months later, I did A Nightmare on Varner Road. It's not called Elm Street because I don't live in Elm Street. It's called Varner Road because I live in Varner Road. Duh! And then kicking off 2011, I did Friday the 13th, The Revenge of Jason Voorhees. And then I did A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, or Nightmare on Varner Road, Freddy's Revenge. It's not like, I literally was just saying it's not freaking Elm Street, it's Varner Road. In May of 2011. Now in 2012, this one was the longest one I did. It took me from January to August to do The Last Halloween, the 10th and final installment of the original series. 10 movies. Yeah. That one's definitely the best when it comes to story and all that. So it ended off with a bang, you could say. Now, are these movies high quality and epic in storytelling and such? No. No, I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. They are not known for story, character development. The series as a whole, it's got some good moments as a whole. When you're binge watching them, you can see, okay, that's nice, cool, but they're nothing unique. They're just for fun. That's all they are. They're turn your brain off, have a good time, don't go too crazy trying to figure out anything about them, because they are heavily flawed as hell. The designs of the killers are not the greatest in the world, specifically Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers too, but still, there are some cool moments in the movies if you are a type of person who enjoys fan films. So, and then in 2020 I started to remake the whole series. Had a laptop at the time, had this camera, my digital camcorder that I still use to this day. Did Halloween Resurgence, remaking the series with a more fresh portrayal, with more accuracy to the lore, and all of that, being more of a faithful return to form in a better way. Halloween Resurgence is the highest rated video in my channel, for good reason, because I put a lot of love and care into this one. This is the purest of my Halloween fan films, hands down. Friday the 13th Resurgence. An epic sequel, you could say. Some people may not even think that. Is it a truly faithful Friday the 13th movie? No. But there are some good Friday the 13th moments in it. Still, I think this is the peak of my filmmaking techniques. You could say the same about my next one, Halloween Resurgence 2, which takes my acting ability and my talent, playing different characters, and just editing and all that, at its maximum peak. Epic. It's not a true Halloween movie because I went and did my own creative liberties to it. So it is what it is. I like to do things differently with each installment. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to repeat everything the same way. It gets dull real quick. But with that being said, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like content like this, because you're gonna really enjoy my ranking video if you like my fan films. And if you haven't, be sure to check them out before you watch my ranking video. It'd be more fun that way. And if you don't give a shit, then that's okay. Because it is what it is. I can't control everyone. I can't tell you what to do. You're your own person. You do what you please. But anyways, I'm out of here. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.